Hey, thank you so much for watching. I'm Pippi Peterson. So 2 years ago, I went to Puerto Rico for the holidays, and I picked up like a bunch of these shells, and I got this really cool, I don't know what it's called actually, you know, this little leaf thingy, and just some pretty shells and some driftwood. And for the last 2 years, or not for the last 2 years, but when I picked all these up at the beach, I thought it would be really fun to, you know, I don't know, display them somehow. So I actually am finally getting around to it. See, check that out, isn't that cool? There's all sorts of little coral and things like that. So I picked up this box. It is a like a hobbyist thing. You can put like a little car in there, or you know, some sort of doll or something. But I liked it, one, because it's plastic, and you're always thinking of weight in an RV. But it's also kind of the perfect size. I thought, well, it'd be fun. I could put like a little beach scene in there. So I've got that to kind of put together. What I didn't bring back from Puerto Rico, however, was sand. So I need a little bit of sand to line the bottom of that container. And I just happened to be in Florida for the winter, and they've got some beautiful sand here. So I'm here to collect some sand. So I have a little plastic bag, and I want to find some really pure sand that doesn't have a lot of debris in it. So I was kind of thinking these dunes would be a nice place to collect, harvesting some sand. Yeah, that's pretty. So now for the part that I've been waiting for 2 years. It's about time. Actually, I gotta figure out how to get this lid off first. So we will pour some sand in. Sugar sand. I can't help but hear, pour some sugar on me. As I'm pouring this sugar sand. And now to place some of these items. See, check this out. How cool is that? You know what, I couldn't think of the name, but I think it's a type of coral, so it might not be coral, but couldn't get a word to come to my head before. And I got these other pieces. Pretty. We'll just place that right in there. I've got a little piece of driftwood. How cute. And this, also very seashell looking. Seashore looking, I guess. Reminiscent of the sea. I know some people are like, that's not a seashell or a seashore. And I'll just put these little guys in here wherever. So when I picked up all of these shells, I still had my old rig, RICO. And many of you probably know that RICO was a work in progress with all sorts of renovation here and there. And I was going to renovate the bathroom, which I never got around to because I ended up selling it. And I was going to do the bathroom like a seascape, you know, inspired. And so I thought it'd be fun to put all these out. And the idea originally was to have it where, you know, you could like come in, you're brushing your teeth and rearranging the shells, kind of like a little Zen garden sort. And that's why I wanted to have like an open top. are some cute shells in here. A lot of pretty pink and white rocks. Oh yes, I don't want to forget this guy. I think this is just gonna have to hang out there. So when I got the new rig, you know, I didn't know where to put it or whatever, and I found these shelves. This one's kind of actually perfect for this. And if I put this next to the toilet, if I have guests that want to take their time, they can pick around and play in there and, you know, have fun to their heart's content. So this will be one shelf, and this shelf actually came with a second one. By the way, these are like cute shelves, particularly for an RV, because they're small and you know, thin in profile. And they're not called shelves, they're called photo ledges. So these are originally meant for putting photographs on. So if you go to a store like Bed Bath & Beyond is where I got these, or, you know, probably even Target or Home Goods, you know, those kind of places. I'm sure if you go to the frame section, you'll find little ledges. Michael's probably, you know, places like that. Anyway, it came in a pair of two, and I kind of wanted like a long one that would be about that size, but it didn't happen that way, and I'm kind of glad it didn't, because I'm going to put the shelves right here, right above the toilet paper and right below these. It's right next to the toilet, and if I got a long one, there are no studs in this wall, and the RV walls are paper thin. They're probably about that thickness, so not strong at all. But there is one stud right in the middle of the wall, so I can overlap these shelves and get the screw holes right in the studs, and they'll overlap a little bit. So then now that I have another shelf, what the heck am I going to put on it? So I remembered, and it's actually serendipitous because I didn't plan this, but it came to mind. It was perfect. I went mining for quartz crystals in Arkansas. So I have a bunch of, there's about half of them, crystals that I mined myself. So they're kind of special and cool in that sense. So all I need to do is find a cool little container for these. All right, time for some fun errands. I gotta get my little jar, and that's gonna have the crystals in it. The crystals that I mined myself in Arkansas. So we'll go check that out. This is what I'm looking for. Might be a little too big. So the simplest way that I can think of to hang these guys perfectly, because there's no marker for where you need to drill the hole when you're going like this, is to make a stencil. So I've got a piece of paper here that covers the holes on the back. I'm going to find my holder there and put a marker on it. So now I can take that into the bathroom and just put the holes right through it, or you know, make a little hole in the paper and then draw where the holes need to go. So my bottom shelf will be right around here, And this is the only one I really need to make sure I get, because once I have that, then this is anywhere. But both of these interior ones need to go on this little beam in here. So you can hear it's hollow. Mark that with a pen. So for the 2 holes that are going to go, hopefully, into the stud in the wall, I'm going to use a drill bit. I'm going to pre-drill it. That'll help the wood inside from splintering and breaking apart if I were to just try to put the screw in through it without a pilot hole. But for the other ones I don't, because it's just hollow. And I'm going to need to put my battery in. I always store my battery unhooked from the drill. It seems to last longer that way. All right, that felt like a successful going through the wood the whole way. So that is great. So for the next screws that are going to be in the hollow parts of the wall, I will be using wall anchors. And what this does, when the wall anchor, you drill a hole for the wall anchor and then shove that in. And then as you drill in the screw, it pulls this tip back and it creates these wings that fold out on the back side of the wall. So these are great to use if you have to drill into sheetrock or a flimsy wall like this that you can literally bend. And the package that these come in, it'll tell you what size drill bit to use. So these are a quarter inch. So there's one more thing that I want to do, and it's only because this is in an RV, and this wall is so flimsy, you know, that this has a little bit of play. So I've got these command strips that are Velcro, and they peel off the wall and off the, you know, the surface that they're on, so they're kind of safe to use. But they're sticky on both sides, so I'm going to take one side off and kind of shove it up underneath, just to give it a little bit extra padding and support in there. Well, there's one other thing to do for this, because I'm in an RV and it moves, is to secure it down. And I'm going to use these same command strips, and instead of putting them underneath, I'm actually going to put them behind so it kind of attaches to the wall. Well, there it is. You can see the command strip in the back. Luckily it matches with the sand and the shells. And then there's another command strip back there. I also got one shoved underneath here. And then it rests on this, so I'm hoping that'll be enough to keep it in place while driving. So now I can begin to put my, pick out some of the favorite crystals. I don't think I want to put all these in. And put them in the little jar. And this is the other one that I found. Got great deals because it was all Black Friday stuff. And I thought, this is too darn cute for like $3 to pass up. So this will go on the shelf as well. And I picked up this cute little plant to go in it. We'll see. I picked this particular one. You can get these for like $1 to $3, you know, at Walmart or Home Depot and places like that. And they have different kind of succulents or cactuses, or cacti, whatever you want to say. Actually, do you know that it is not officially cacti? In fact, linguists don't know if it comes from a Latin root or something like that. Anyway, I was a linguistics major, so that's why I know that sort of thing. But because of that, cacti and cactuses are both acceptable. So I like to say cactuses. And I picked this one. They usually come with multiple styles because it did not request direct sunlight, which some of them do. I get a ton of light in my bathroom from the skylight, but it's not direct sun. So I wanted to pick one that didn't specify direct sun, and I picked this one because it says excellent for rock gardens. So I'm thinking that means that the roots can kind of be exposed. Some plants, they need to be well in the soil, but some of them can have their roots exposed and, you know, just sit out there with rocks. So I'm hoping that when I transfer this into this little bulb, it's going to be fine. Look at that, comes out pretty easy. All right, we'll see if we can get in there without breaking it. Well, I still have one final step of putting the command Velcro strips below both of these and attaching them to this shelf for travel, which wouldn't have to happen if I wasn't in an RV. But so far so good. That's a wrap on this project, and it's not only just a fun little decorative project, but for me it's very personal because I got the sand from this in the Gulf Breeze, Florida. I got the shells from the south coast of Puerto Rico. I mined these quartz crystals myself in Mount Ida, Arkansas. And, well, these are just decorative. Hobby Lobby and Walmart. But I did put some of the quartz crystals from here in with the plant to, you know, add a little bit of extra mixture. Check out my other videos for more RV renovations, RV maintenance, and even RV solar. I did a full solar install that you can follow step by step in previous videos. Also be sure to subscribe to the channel to get future updates. And now, along with subscribing, you have to hit the notification bell for YouTube to let you know that a new video has been posted. So be sure to hit that notification bell, and sometimes it gives you the option to say how frequently you want notifications. Well, I upload weekly, so you can always just come to the channel and check to see if there's a new video. Almost every single Thursday I'm posting a video. So stay tuned for that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you soon.